How's it going, guys? It's Poetry Sud, and welcome to a brand new series in EU4, Rights of Man. We have Rights of Man still active, of course. We already have Prussian Pandemonium going on, but I decided it's kind of like a, just a random decision I made yesterday or so. A couple days ago, I was like, I want to start another series, and we're going to do two series simultaneously up to the launch of the expansion, and then probably we'll continue with both for a little bit and then phase out Prussian Pandemonium and focus on this one, which is going to be Coptic Ethiopia. I don't really know if I have a better name for it yet, but basically I think we want to explore some, some of the new features with Coptics. If you don't know, the Coptic faith is a third sort of Christianity that exists at the start of the game down in Ethiopia, and also a couple provinces in Armenia that are not owned by any Christians though. But anyway, so it's very interesting. It's kind of a weird little form of Christianity that's similar to Orthodoxy, but is different in some ways. And anyway, so they've added some new features to this, and so we're going to be exploring some of the features that the Ethiopian Coptics have, and maybe even going for the Prester John achievement, which is a fairly fun one that I've never had a chance to go for, but I've always wanted to do. But either way, I think that's what we're going to be doing. So welcome to this new series. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, we're going to be doing this one for a while, even after the release of the expansion, so I hope you guys will enjoy that and enjoy watching this. And we're still going to have Prussian Pandemonium going on though, so don't think that that's over. We're going to be just having two series at once, which is going to be a lot of work for me, but I think I'm up to it. Anyways, yeah, so let's look at the map. We start as Ethiopia down here. Ethiopia starts in a really interesting position. You start with a 655 ruler, and the Ethiopian ideas, I believe, are pretty good in general. They're pretty decent. Yeah, but you start in an iffy situation because there's a lot of Sunni and Shia nations around you and only a few Coptic ones, and the next nearest Christians are quite a ways away. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at this. We start with East African tech. However, I'm really curious to see. I have played as Ethiopia before, just not a super long time. And so let's go ahead and say Coptic Ethiopia. And basically, I'm really interested to see how tech is going to work as Coptic Ethiopia. Because, starting as an East African nation, that used to mean you would start with a lot of tech penalties. However, now that they have this institutions thing, I think it does a couple things. For one, it makes it so that we start off with the same tech as other people. We do start off with feudalism, which is nice, which makes sense because there were feudal kings down here, I believe, to a certain extent. So starting off with that is nice. We start off with feudalism. But the other thing that makes it really... I actually haven't seen lots of this region, if they've had feudalism or not. But the other thing that makes it a little bit interesting is that we'll probably start falling behind eventually. The Renaissance will probably be fairly slow to get here. But that actually, the other thing it does for us, I think, that I didn't really think about till recently, is it actually incentivizes you, instead of going this way, south or east as much, it really incentivizes you to go like northwest towards where all the advancement is being made, so that way you can reach it quicker. It's almost like the equivalent of westernizing, except you're just trying to reach those advancements so they can spread to you. Anyways, so here we go. We're playing as Coptic Ethiopia. Let's go ahead and get right into it and see what we have going on. So, with Copticism, or I guess whatever it is, they've added these new mechanics of the holy sites. So, you have these 5 holy sites, and I think we own one. Do they have them on the map? I don't know if they actually have icons, but Axum is right here. Axum is one of the holy sites of the Coptic faith, and so I believe it must be controlled by a Coptic country and is Coptic, and those are true for Axum. And it's cool because it doesn't have to be you, it just has to be a Coptic country. Of course, for the most part, that's just going to be us, but there are ways I could see it being other things happening as well. So what else do we have? We have Iskandaria. It takes you to it. Iskandaria is up here. That is Alexandria, which makes sense because that was a site of Coptic faith. Oh, this screen. We'll have to look at that in a second. Whoa. We'll have to look at that in a second. Looks like a lot of stuff. Antakya, meaning Antioch. Antioch, yes, Antioch. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Kasser Ibram? That, I'm not sure where that actually is in real life, because it is using the Arabic name, but that's not too far from where we are. Interesting. And Yerevan, which is up here in Armenia, okay, which is one of the other homes of Coptic faith. So that's really interesting. I'm very excited for it. And the other part about it is that for every one of these holy sites you control, you get to add a blessing to your faith. And there's these 5 blessings, and it really kind of reminds you of the Aztec mechanics. But yeah, so we get to choose one of these, and they're all good, obviously. But basically, we just have to figure out which of these is best. And for the early game, I think this one or this one is best. This is really good as well. I think the order that I'm going to take these in will probably be Core Creation Cost, then Manpower Recovery Speed, then either Missionary Strength or Discipline, and then the other one, and then Yearly Legitimacy. And either way, it's really cool to have some goals to grow towards, you know? I think that's going to be a really interesting thing to show off in this campaign. I don't know how many other new mechanics are related to this, but it's really cool, in my opinion. So we're going to promote this to Territorial Rights, Core Creation Cost, and yeah, so here you go. We can see, actually, on this screen, we can see who controls it. Oh, those are nice little portraits. And, interesting. Interesting. There's a lot of cool things regarding that. It shows you who the controller is. It shows you, you know, if it's Coptic, if it's controlled by Coptics. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to playing with this, and also just playing as Ethiopia. I think it'll be fun to play as Ethiopia, because Ethiopia gets a lot of cool flavor events for their king, because he was like a really, really good king, revered by lots of the Ethiopians even now till today, especially by the Coptics, because I believe he, like, a lot of the events are talking about how he pulled together lots of the Sunni and Coptic people and kind of unified the country. So anyways, let's just start focusing on the game. But gained access to the sea through Massawa. Okay, Massawa is up here. Medri Bari is Coptic, but we're going to want to eat them, I think. So let's do that mission. I think that's a good one. It'll make it so we can declare war pretty quickly. Let's not maybe do that right away. I don't know. We could start converting, but I don't know if that's a good idea. We start in a very poor place financially. So that's something to keep in mind. We don't really have a super good position economically. Disputed succession is fine. We're probably not going to hire these guys. We don't need them, luckily. Yemen has rivaled us. Ajaran has rivaled us. And Kaffa. So we're definitely going to rival Kaffa. Definitely going to rival Yemen. Definitely going to rival Ajaran, I believe. I think Kaffa should honestly be our first war. If not our first, one of our earliest wars. As far as army, we have 15 force limit. We will build up to that. Let's get like that and 2 more of those. I think that's a good place to start. Let's go ahead and put out that corruption thing a little bit. I'd like to actually keep that. The Holy Heart of Ethiopia. Okay, so once Axum was the heart of the ancient Aksumite Empire, a bastion of Christian power, situated at the crossroads of Africa, Arabia, and the Greco-Roman world. Among the obelisks and palace ruins, we've rebuilt the churches of this mighty nation of old. Okay, so yeah, so this is talking about how we control that one holy site already. So we start with one. That's what, I guess that's like the sort of event you get whenever you do that, though, so that's cool. What traits does our leader have? He's righteous? Okay. And he is a zealot, missionary strength. That's really good, actually. That's cool. We might want to start converting this land. Yeah, we might want to do that anyways. I think it'll help. What else can we do? Obviously, we don't want to go on speed 1. Let's mothball the forts. Let's figure out what we got going on. Okay, so first off, we want to do this. We want to give the burghers some land, honestly. Let's give the burghers some land if we can. Of course we can't. Clergy. Let's give the clergy some land. So, over here, this one. Yeah, because I want them to get a little bit more influence, and the nobility has quite a bit of influence. So, Basically, I just want to be able to do this sort of stuff. 75 means we should get 150. Heck yeah, boys. I'm getting ballsy, huh? No, but anyways, so there's a whole bunch of good stuff we can do. Let's just do some of these events. I think it's important to do that early on. And I would, except for the fact that it would like possibly ruin our country. Well, I don't know. So here's the thing. I think first off, our heir kind of sucks, and he's cruel. So I think we want to make him into a general. And the other thing is we could actually just even disinherit him when he's when we get some more prestige. Let's see. He's a decent enough ruler, general, I guess. So, let's see. If we let 1 month pass, can we? I don't know. Well, either way. We can declare war on Medri Bari. I think we want to do that first. Because of the fact that, like, you may be saying, why declare on them when you can declare war on Kaffa first? Well, I don't know. The reason is because Medri Bari is normally a little bit more of a target for other people. I want to secure this opportunity now. So let's go ahead and declare war. Get this early war done, you know? We will go ahead. It's Highlands. They're gonna run. I mean, honestly, I'd rather not have to fight you, dude. If you want to just leave and let me siege you down, that's fine as well. We do want to get some allies. I shouldn't just go without any allies. That's a bad idea. As far as allies, Alodia is a... you're allied with Kaffa. You little dicks. That's fine. There are some other Coptic nations, like Alodia. I think we will ally Alodia. We're at war. Okay. Makes sense. We need to end this war quickly, though. Hejaz is another one that could work fine, you know? Hejaz, we'll go in and improve relations with them, I think. You want to start getting some of this stuff done. You want to start getting some allies, at least. Yemen is one of our rivals, so we need to remember that. Makuria, you are Shia. Interesting, okay. Well, our ports are blockaded. We don't start with a port. This is their port. It's just that we control it. Whatever. I don't know. Alodia. Yes, I will marry you. We are... Hey, we have our new Itej. That is our queen, I guess. Okay, cool. And our Abeto. It's really cool. Negusa Nagast Zara Yacob Samalamanid. I don't know if I'm saying any of that right, but he's 32, and like I said, he's a 6'5", and you really want to keep him alive as long as possible, but you don't really, you know, you either get lucky or you don't, but you know. He's a good ruler. I really want to kill our heir though. So it's kind of like two sides of the coin, you know. But anyways, we're going to wait for this war to end. We're going to eat Medri Bari real quick. That should be a good little start. Let's look at culture. I like looking at culture probably more than most people, and probably unnecessarily more than most people. It is of our culture groups. That's fine. Amhara is our culture. We should probably be able to make Somali a promoted culture at some point in Sidamo, and then eventually when we become a empire, we'll probably make, like, you know, Nubian or Yemeni or something else, or Egyptian accepted. And as far as long-term goals for this series, I don't know. We're probably going to expand in every direction a bit, but definitely into Arabia and definitely northwest into the Mediterranean is the goal. Into what the game referred to as the Greco-Roman areas. Let's go in and beat these guys up real quick. I think we're going to have to if we want to... Well... Oh, shit. I think it's too late now. Let's see. Maybe we won't have to. Let's try to... Oh, we're not going to have enough time. Alright, let's beat them up. We're not going to lose a lot of manpower, I think. Yeah, we lost a very minimal amount. Our general / son is a glory seeker. Army tradition and prestige plus battles plus 50%. That's not too bad. If we're going to have him as a ruler, we might as well get him some decent traits like that. We do want to eat their whole country. Like, you know, no doubt in my mind about that. It is already the right religion, so that's really good. No reason not to do this. Excuse me. Naval force modifier, naval maintenance modifier, and shipbuilding time has all gone down as a result, which is decent enough. Not sure exactly what we're going to want to do next, but we're probably going to have some rebels to deal with, so let's maybe just not mess with anything yet. Form alliance with Elodia. Yep. Liberate Cairo. Wow, that is a really long-term, long-looking event. But it is useful because the Mamluks, we now border the Mamluks, and the Mamluks are a target early on. You want to kind of like gang up. The Mamluks are definitely stronger than you at the start, which sucks. But you can hop on them after they're, you know, defending against the Ottomans, and you can easily, not easily, but occasionally it can be fairly beneficial for you to do that, and you can get some good stuff done early on. Regardless, let's see what we can do here. I don't know if we want to do anything like that. Hijaz, Hassan, Oman. I would like to ally you, honestly. Should be able to next month. So that'll be good. Let's go ahead and fabricate on Gambella. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Okay, Hijaz, I would like to ally you. You will be a useful defensive ally, regardless of whether or not I use you offensively. Go to the coastal province so we can not suffer attrition. Rival of our rival, Oman. Oh, man. Allied with Hijaz. Honestly, we have slots. Let's do that. The rival of our rival. Let's try to get some Diplo points and also maybe ally Oman. And it's very interesting as Ethiopia because you're not a Catholic, a Christian, but you have to ally all these Sunni people around you, and normally you would be attacking them because those are easier. But yeah, I think we want to go to war with Adal early on. So, ooh, Helen of Ethiopia. Early on in his reign, we married the daughter of one of the Muslim chiefs of the kingdom as the young woman converted and said her vows to the Ethiopian emperor. There's no way to know that this would turn out to be one of the influential persons. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, and then this event. I've seen this event before. Seat of Strong Aristocrats. It's decent enough. So we replaced our wife with a better one. Okay, that's what you're telling me, game. Game said it, not me. Anyways, that's kind of funny. We do want to, I think we definitely want to fabricate on these guys, especially because of the fact that apparently they think it's okay to not have any allies in this day and age. Because of the fact that they have no allies, they're a much better target than Kaffa, even though Kaffa is really simple because they're isolated. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. This is a brand new series. Again, you know, this is going to be starting on the day before release and going after the release, so feel free to watch the series even after the expansion comes out if you're into it. If not, then I understand you want to play the game and spend all your time doing that. That is perfectly understandable. But regardless, I hope you, I hope if you do enjoy the series, please, leave your support, leave a like, leave a comment with your thoughts on it, any tips, any criticisms if you want. I accept criticisms freely. Just, tell me what you think of it. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Go leave a like and subscribe for more. The support means a lot, and I'll see you guys in the future with another episode of the Coptic Ethiopia campaign. So until then, goodbye.